My name is Charlie McGrath. I'm the founder of WideAwakeNews.com, as well as a host on the Rinse Radio Network. And I want to talk to you about the state of crisis we live in. I'm not talking about the debt ceiling crisis last week, last month's crisis, next week, next month's guaranteed crisis coming. I'm talking about the United States of crisis, the form of government we currently have in this nation. You know, the idea of a representative republic has long since left the building. The idea that we're by and for the people has been proven to be an utter joke in this country. We're not even a shoddy democracy that pretends to care about the financial well-being or future of its people. We are governed of, by, and for the very next crisis event. More importantly, and certainly more accurately, we're governed of, by, and for the people who bring you the next crisis event. If we look back to 2001, September 11th, we see the expansion of the military and security industrial complex go global, born out of crisis. Then we flash forward to 2008, financial meltdown, bailout crisis, stimulus crisis, Obamacare, QE1, QE2. The list goes on and on. One crisis after another crisis, leading to the next crisis event. And here we sit, 2011, July. Debt ceiling increase, crisis. And as always, Washington has an answer. Last minute, 1 second to go, time running out on the clock, the Gang of Six comes out with a plan. $4 trillion debt reduction over the next decade, leaving alone the idea that we've spent that much, and by some estimates, a whole lot more, just in the last 3 years, bailing out the too big to fail and a bunch of foreign bankers. $4 trillion reduction. Are they going to go after the too big to fail, who have $1.7 trillion sitting at the Federal Reserve, money that was supposed to be lent out to small businesses? Absolutely not. They're not even going to consider that. Are they going to go after, the military engagements we're waging all over the planet? All the real estate the United States government owns in the form of military bases across this globe? Not a chance. $1 trillion in revenue increases that you're going to bear the burden of. $500 billion in Medicare cuts. Going to go after Social Security by who knows how many billions. This fund that you paid into your entire working life is going to be lost because of a crisis. Since 2008, we've seen this form of government literally loot and rob the American people. Yet the people who brought you the crisis in the first place, these too big to fail, have expanded their influence and power beyond their imagination. In 2002, the top 10 banks controlled 55% of the financial industry in this nation. A ridiculous amount of control by such a small group then. Since the bailout crisis began, that numbers went from 55% to 77% in 2011. We have 60% of our GDP is controlled by 6 firms. Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, Citi, Bank of America, and Wells Fargo control 60% of our GDP. As a government comes forward and says we need to increase our debt ceiling, we need to keep satisfied these same too big to fails who brought us here in the first place. Stories are attached. That's all I got.